Football Queensland's coverage on NPL, NPLW and FQPL season Q brought to you by Play Football. Join the team today. Visit playfootball.com.au to find your nearest club. Football Foundation, making football more accessible for every income, every gender, every ability, every background, every Indigenous Queenslander. Donate today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Eric Evans Oval for this round 14 FQPL clash between the Ipswich Knights and South United. Ipswich Knights are clinging on to that top 6 spot. Of course, if they remain in 6th place, they'll be featuring in the finals. For South United, this is pretty much their last chance. If they can get a win today, it'll keep them in the finals race. They're currently in 8th position. And before the match gets underway, let's quickly run through the team sheets. So for Ipswich Knights, number 1, goalkeeper Chris Parsons. Number 2, Ben Taylor. Number 3, Ben Barrett. Number 4, Lincoln Rule. Number 5, Jack Kabassi. Number 6 is worn by Corey Lucas. Utakas Sahara has the 8. Number 10 is Naam Waldu. Number 11, Nicholas Edwards. Number 12, Emmanuel Peter. Number 14, Lachlan Munn. On the subs bench, Fukpa Bala, Lucky Joe, Nelson Hurry, Flynn Park and Damon Wenk. For South United, in goal, Xander Gwyn Jones. Number 2, Russell Parker. Number 4, Lachlan Bond. Number 7, Joseph Klebo. Number 10, Jacob Mitchell. Number 11, Oliver Bond. Moses Joseph has the 12. Number 13 is Shunjiro Shibuya. Number 14 is Fiston Chungu. Number 15, Jay Ju. Number 16, Sam Foster. On the bench, Salomon Lukonga, Jordan Marshall, Gaurav Naidu and Brandon Nagy. Ipswich Knights are coached by Andrew Ogden. And South United, they've got their 3rd coach this season. It's Leo Sirianni. So a baking warm afternoon here at Eric Evans Oval. The pitch is probably in the best condition I have ever seen it for this time of year. I've been told one of the reasons for that is that they haven't had a frost yet this year. And the going underneath is pretty soft too, so we should be in for some quality football this afternoon. Now, Ipswich Knights would like to thank their sponsors, DGS Property Improvement and Oilfield Piping Systems. For South United, AMJ Metal Roofing and Highway Stabilisers. Our Total Tools referee is Joey Lee, the assistants Ryan Mooney and Lucinda Robertson. Last time these two teams met was in round 5, and it was a 3-1 victory to the Knights. Munn, Kasara and Peters scored the goals, and Marshall for Souths. It's a little bit of an issue with the netting on the right-hand side here. Brief hold up while that gets tended to. Assistant's happy. Good crowd here at Eric Evans. Sunday afternoon, of course, this is their traditional time of playing football. Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. How it used to be. And we're underway in this FQPL Round 14 clash. This is, of course, the 22nd week of the season. With the reduced number of teams in the FQPL, they've had a few weeks off here and there. We're now 5 games away from finals. It's that time of the season where all the clubs look at their remaining fixtures, do the mathematics and what they need to do to get in this position and that position and avoiding relegation and getting promotion. It's exciting times. Free kick here for South United, who are in their away strip of white, with the faintest of green hoops. Ipswich Knights in their traditional green and black. Good settling start here for South United. Shabu just losing his footing, giving Knights an early opportunity. Edwards just running the ball out of play. Throw in now for South United. Ball lands fortuitously for Edwards. He's unable to take advantage though. I mentioned at the beginning, this pitch. Never seen so much grass on it this time of year. It's normally varying shades of brown around this time of the year. Great to see that it's still green. And the rain over the past couple of days would have helped as well. Of course, the rain forced the cancellation of a couple of matches this weekend. This will be the 3rd match this weekend of the 5 scheduled. The other 2 matches will occur on Tuesday night. I'll run through that a little bit later. Ball down the middle looking for Mitchell. This is Chungu. Out wide for Oliver Bond. So it's going to be a corner for South United. Mentioned there's a good crowd in attendance here today. Very quiet. Only the Knights fans can get a bit vocal. Perhaps as the match progresses, we'll hear a bit more from them. All the noise is coming from the pitch at the moment. Ipswich look to clear their lines. Appeals for handball. Total Tools referee Lee calls play on. Edwards goes back to Lucas. That crossfield ball doesn't find a target. South will look to come forward now. They're winning the midfield scrimmage. This is Mitchell. Bond. Blocked cross. Klebo isn't able to get there in time. Ipswich possession now. Coming into this game, Ipswich Knights have used 29 players this season, which is pretty standard around this time of the year. But South United, they're the ones that have blown the average. They've used 39 players at various times this season. Of course, with the coaching changes that they've had during the year, certainly won't have helped. That clearance gets blocked. Shibuya gets a shot away, goes wide. Early sider there for South United. And good signs for the visiting team. So yes, of course, Mark Dykeman was coach of Souths at the beginning of the season. Brought in Sam Safe as his assistant. And Sam Safe left. Leo Sirianni comes in. And Mark Dykeman leaves, leaving Leo in control. He advised me pre-game that morale was pretty low around the club. His first challenge has just been to get the players playing for each other again. Of all the qualities that Leo Sirianni has as a coach, you'd have to say that his player management and ability to motivate players is one of his absolute strengths. Perhaps not the most technically gifted manager going around. But if there's any coach that has the ability to get players motivated to play for him, and it's Leo Sirianni. He's actually the first coach that I interviewed when I took up working in media in this area. Leo was coach at Mitchelton at the time. He since took up an assistant role at Peninsula Power. Now here he is at South United. Good run down the right-hand side by Waldu. South scrambling the ball clear. And Waldu, he's one of these players to look out for this afternoon. Impresses me every time I see him play. Great to see him develop into a quality player amongst the leagues. That cross turned into a shot by Peters. Gwyn Jones had to be sharp there. And from out of nothing, the Knights have a corner. It just looked so casual, didn't it? There was no pressure on the cross. And Peter looked to be looking for a teammate. Here's Knights with their first corner of the game. Good cross in, headed clear. Long range attempt. Into the traffic. Knights looking to set up again. And they turn the ball over. Presenting South with their opportunity. Shibuya. Parsons got down low to make the save. Still here for United. And Foster. And South now have a corner. Some sharp movement in transition there from South United. So early stages of this match, it's still 0-0. South's delivery's flat. Scruffy clearance. Good battle. Ball runs out of play from Taylor. Lebo comes over to take the throw in. Deep throw into the box. Knights using their defence to clear, as opposed to the keeper coming out. And now the Knights look to break quickly. This is Munn. That crossfield ball runs out of play. Now, of course, watching this match via Facebook Live, or the YouTube channel for that matter. But, if you are watching via Facebook Live, we welcome your comments. Let us know where you're watching from, particularly if you're out of town. It's always interesting to read some of those overseas comments. It's fascinating the reach that we get with our coverage. Quinn Jones miskicks his clearance. Kazahara with the ball in his hands. Peter. Waldo. Lincoln Rule. Waldo again. Knights selecting to be a bit more patient this time. Most of their attacks so far have been pretty rapid fire. And Souths concede another corner. Don't forget to follow Football Queensland on Instagram and Facebook for the latest football news and events across the state. You can find us at Football QLD. Knights delivery goes across the face of goal. Kazahara elects to keep the ball in play. Kazahara's cross. Cleared by the South defence. Knights looking to load up again. Taylor goes out wide for Waldo. Good crosses, plenty of green shirts in the area. A miscued shot is harmlessly wide. I suspect both coaches would be reasonably pleased with their start so far. South United have had the best opportunity of the game. Knights just look to be working their way into the game, getting their game plan together. Biggest win for Ipswich Knights this season was their 2-1 upset over Sunshine Coast Wanderers, which of course came straight after their 2-0 victory over Logan. So at this point of the season, they've actually had more wins over teams above them on the ladder than they have below. Another scrappy clearance. So 5 Ipswich players have played every game. And 11 of their squad have played 10 games or more. Clebo looking to unleash another long throw. Not too many players in the middle to accept it though. This is Chungu. Another throw for South as that ball disappears into the bushes. New ball came very quickly. Clebo choosing to wait a little bit more this time, waiting for those numbers to get into the box. And now they have a corner. The Souths have had just the 3 wins this season. The Southside Eagles, Holland Park Hawks, and that big 2-1 victory a couple of weeks ago against Capalaba. They've had no clean sheets this season, conceding 4 goals or more in a third of their matches. This corner is cleared. So they've conceded 4 goals or more in a third of their matches, and in another third, they've conceded 3 goals. Waldo winning that midfield battle and earning a free kick for his trouble. It's taken quickly. So any protests that occurred, particularly from the South United bench, were quelled. That miscued pass works out all right in the end. It's Clebo. Ball down the line. Looking for Shibuya. Parker gets over in time. And Kazahara thought he kept the ball in play. Taylor swings the ball out wide for Edwards. Play goes down, free kick. So the first set piece opportunity here for the Knights. Kazahara's coming over to take. Knights players look pretty interested in this. They're sending plenty of players forward. Let's see how precise the delivery is. Kazahara puts it in sharply. Cleared well there by Souths. Back for Taylor. Edwards. Time to look up. Picks out Waldo. Kabasi goes down the line. Rule. Ipswich just electing to maintain possession at the moment. Taking their time in picking apart the South United defence. The cross comes in. The shot well over the bar. Nice passage of play there from the Knights. Talking to Andrew Ogden, the Ipswich Knights coach, pre-game, and he's getting very philosophical, saying that he could choose to play long ball and get results that way, but he'd much rather play a more entertaining brand of football, play the ball along the deck. Put on a show for the fans. Doesn't always work out that way, of course. Their intent is there. Nicholas Edwards loses out to Parker. It's looking to go quickly. Parker's running on. If they can get the cross in, there's numbers. The Knights defence doing enough. Just that last second scramble, getting enough bodies in the way. Rule for Waldo. Now Waldo's got some space to run into. Needs to go out wide to Kazahara. This cross just floated a little bit too much. Just reading some of the comments here on Facebook Live. There's quite a few ex-Mitchelton players on the pitch. So the Sunshine Coast Wanderers are, of course, top of the table at the moment. They look to be cherry ripe for the promotion position. And playing in the NPL next year, of course, 2 teams go up. According to the positions on the ladder, as a good cross comes in. And the shot miscued, which turns into a handball. It was great work from Clebo. And Shibuya just got his timings all wrong. Knights electing to take some Route 1 football. Of course, they would do that after I talk about their expansive style of play. It almost paid off for them. Parsons again electing to go long. So yeah, Sunshine Coast Wanderers set to gain promotion. I guess most interest in the competition is who's the second team that's going to go up. Another great header there from Clebo. Sets things up. It was a weak attempt from Jacob Mitchell. Chance now for Peter to run at the defence, and a lovely crossfield ball just goes wide. South United defence just caught napping there. South United bench are on their feet at the moment. Not happy with how the team just switched off there. They've been tested a couple of times recently. But going forward, they do look quite good. The trio of Clebo, Mitchell and Shibuya posing a few questions of the Knights. Collision there between 2 players. Gwyn Jones and Lachlan Munn. Xander Gwynn Jones is the player in the most trouble at the moment. Well, having said that, neither of the two players have got up. Jones getting a little bit of attention. Just getting the binoculars out to see which part of the body they're working on. Looks like it might be a knee issue. Nicholas Munn is directly behind. Sorry, Lachlan Munn is directly behind Gwyn Jones in my field of view, so I can't quite see what that issue is. It was a pretty heavy collision. You could hear the contact. Perhaps it was a knee clash. Can certainly be painful. So while these two players are receiving a bit of attention, we might just look back at that ladder. So as it stands, Sunshine Coast Wanderers are on 31 points. Capalaba 27. Mitchelton have snuck in to third position on 24. Logan are on 22. I understand they've got a couple of catch-up games. So they're the ones that can have the most impact. Rochdale are on 21. Knights are on 17, I make it. Now it's Wolves in 7th place on 12 points. So if the Knights can get a win today, it'll put them 8 points ahead of Wolves with 4 matches to go. Southside Eagles and Holland Park are all on 10 points. So it's great to see that there's no team on single figures. Even at the bottom of the table, things are competitive. The teams are accumulating points. So Gwyn Jones has come off the field. Looks like a substitution's going to have to be made there. That has been made. So Xander Gwyn Jones, who's spent some time at Moreton Bay United and Logan Lightning recently, for making the switch to Souths. So his afternoon is done. And Taylor just puts the ball out of play. Rule to Peter. Edwards. Back for Rule. Again, who has plenty of time to look up. Survey his options. Probably one of the big differences that we've seen between teams this afternoon and those a little bit further up the ladder, that time on the ball is just not afforded that much time when you're playing against the better teams. Well, you have to work a lot harder to create your space. Again, another situation here where Sam Foster had all the time in the world to measure that pass. Unfortunately, couldn't find a teammate. Waldo. Crossfield looking for Edwards. And Lachlan Munn still hobbling. Looks like he will continue. Free kick now to the Knights. Again, Ipswich Knights throwing plenty of players forward. Sounds clear. Back for Taylor. Gets past Shibuya. He lost his footing. Jew. He's up for Souths. Free kick there for Clebo for a push. This free kick goes in deep. Now here come the Knights. Munn. Let's see how he's pulled up. Not too bad. Kazahara was the one that was sloppy with his footwork. Munn with another win. The offside flag goes up. Chance now for South. This is Mitchell. Mitchell still on the ball. Finds Shibuya. Shots blocked. Rule will tidy up for the Knights. Haven't mentioned it yet, but Brandon Nagy is the player that's come on as the substitute goalkeeper for South United. South, will they look to go quickly this time? Opportunities haven't quite opened up. Looks like Mitchell is down tying up his shoelaces. So a little bit more patience had to be shown. And so Clebo's running the show so well for South United. And Souths have another corner. So over half an hour of play now. Still no goals. Deep corner comes in, headed strongly. Straight at Parsons though. Strong header from Lachlan Bond. Taylor not quite tall enough to keep that ball in play. Jude finds Clebo. Long range ball from Bond. Gave Mitchell half a chance. And another turnover. Can Souths make the Knights pay? Jacob Mitchell. Crossfield ball looking for Clebo. He takes possession. Tries to curl a shot in to the top bins. I thought that ball took a touch off a Knights defender. Total Tools referee Joey Lee disagreed. So he's just getting back to that ladder now. Wanderers on 31 points. Capalaba 27. Mitchelton 24. Logan 22. Rochdale 21. You have to think with the Knights, they're probably just a little bit too far outside the promotion spot. But you'd think that anyone of Capalaba, Mitchelton, Logan or Rochdale would have their eyes on that second promotion spot. Should be fascinating to see how it pans out. Logan were holding that position for such a long time, and in just recent weeks, I think the wheels have come off and they've lost a couple of players, and a guy being one of them. It's Capalaba, who have been one of the stronger teams all season. I'm surprised a few with the consistency of their play. And even despite losing Stuart Edgar, who was scoring in bucket loads for them earlier on in the season, they just keep managing to find a way. Smart free kick there from Clebo. I thought the Knights would have preferred play to have continued there. Intelligent free kick, just slowing things down. Letting South United get their defenders back and in position. They do look reasonably well placed now. It's up to the Knights to find a way to break them down. To be honest, it's just been half chances so far in this match. Well do. Back for Barrett. Who receives the ball from Peter. He switches out to the left to find Taylor. Munn. Lovely crossfield ball. Another blocked shot. Another corner for Ipswich. So just going through the weekend's fixtures, the Holland Park match against Logan was postponed due to wet weather. Capalaba against Wolves was postponed due to the wet weather. Next break and play, I'll run through the other two matches that were played. But understand that both those matches will be replayed on Tuesday night. And free kick for Souths. The ball looked like it just needed a touch from any Ipswich player to get it over the line. So Brandon Nagy to take the goal kick, or the free kick. After Xander Quinn Jones had to come off. Searching ball from Sam Foster. Caught Oliver Bond napping. Rule. Another pass that didn't seem in sync with the rest of the team. And a deep ball from Bond. Tidied up by Parsons. A little bit of pinball at the moment. Manuel Peter clears. Manuel Peter, of course, a few years ago had a trial with the South Sudan national team. The yellow card comes out. Russell Parker, the lucky recipient. A strong challenge. Ipswich Knights have a free kick. For a little bit too far out for any serious danger. Won't stop them from trying though. It's Kazahara again. Stands over the ball. Couple of minutes now just before the break. Souths just need to keep their concentration here. It's Kazahara stutters and then delivers. So far so good for Souths. Kabasi looks to get Ipswich going forward again. Another free kick. And Total Tools referee Joey Lee just goes over and settles things down. Moses Joseph, the player infringing. Seemed pretty apologetic after conceding. And Yuta Kazahara stands over the ball again. Deep delivery. Nagy comes out. Left high. Showed plenty of strength. Commanded his area well. Another good inside ball. Should be just a fraction behind. Still there for Souths. That was Chungu getting involved. So not long to go before the half-time break. Both coaches be reasonably pleased with how things are progressing. They'll be happy that they haven't conceded. We're looking for a little bit more invention from their teams in the second half. Perhaps if they increase their tempo a little bit. It all just looks a little bit pedestrian from both teams. You think that if either team can find another gear and just increase their intensity a notch or two, and they should be able to reap dividends. And the long ball into the box. Goal kicks the decision. That might just about be it for this First 45. Kazahara. It's Edwards. He turns over. That's Jew. Peter. He's got Kazahara out on the left. The South defence. Good positioning. Peter, in frustration, ends up giving away the free kick. Still play continues. I suspect as soon as this ball comes in, it's a long range attempt. As well wide. In fact, it goes out of play. A long range throw. Sam Foster can't keep the ball in play. That's Munn. Kazahara. Jew. Clearance is blocked by Kazahara. Will do. Free kick for Souths. Of course, there'll be a little bit of injury time added to this first half due to the collision between Lachlan Munn and Xander Gwyn-Jones. Free kick to Ipswich. High boot from Foster. Barrett. Benjamin Barrett still going. Finds Peter. Across the face of goal. What could possibly be an own goal. And the Knights have the lead. Well, looking at Russell Parker's reaction, you'd have to say that's the reason why. There's some sharp work there from the Knights. Creating a little bit of space where there didn't seem to be all that much. And a cross into the box. Russell Parker sticking a foot out. And instead of clearing, stuck the ball in the back of the net. And the final throws of the first half, it's the home team that have the lead. And there it is. After the first 45 minutes. A lot of toing and froing for both teams, with not too many chances being created. And in the last play of the half, an own goal from Russell Parker gives Ipswich Knights the lead. So at Eric Evans Oval, this is Sunday afternoon football of the FQPL, round 14. It's Ipswich Knights 1, South United 0. We'll be back shortly with the second half.
Why do I play football?
Why do we play football? I play for fitness.
For competition.
Community spirit.
It's healthy and safe.
And fun.
I play for celebration.
What's your reason? Join our team.
swear a lot at Total Tools. We swear by our range. We swear by our service. And of course, we swear by our prices. So you'll know that you're buying at the best price every day. Total Tools. Every tool, every trade. We swear a lot at Total Tools. We swear by our range. We swear by our service. And of course, we swear by our prices. So you'll know that you're buying at the best price every day. Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
Don't be afraid, don't hold back, just come and do it. You know, we're a bunch of old women that got involved and never done it before, and we have a lot of fun, so come and do it.
Honestly, the energy has been great and everybody's just enjoying it so much, and it's been a really good competition.
It doesn't matter what your skill level is, just come and have fun, that's what it's about. And, you know, as you can hear and see behind me, it's a lot of fun, everyone's getting involved.
It's a great opportunity, these carnivals, for players to measure themselves against other players around the state.
Our kids have learned a lot of lessons. We've had some very challenging games. been good quality games, and it's been a good exposure for the players that don't get the opportunity to play this level of teams to get the challenges and move forward with it and learn from the experience.
Well, I see the SAP like the foundations of a house. We're trying to develop the technical skills needed to play at the high level. I think in 2020, through the success of the carnivals we've done this year, is probably to invite SAP teams from around Australia and make it bigger. So rather than them playing teams that they're used to playing, they'll play against teams from other states.
Hey Emily, it's Jodie here. I cannot express how proud we are enough here at Redlands United. I remember the first day that you got a call up for the Open Ladies team, and you told me that you were nervous and a little bit overwhelmed, and I just laughed because I knew then that you had more skill than you were aware of. And now here we are a decade later and you're in the Matildas, and I know that you can't be nervous because you've got this and you are going to smash it. From all of us here at Redlands, thanks so much and good luck, Matildas.
1, 2, 3, Matildas!
Look, Emily at the World Cup from Cleveland District State High School.
Yeah, Go Matildas! Go Matildas! Good luck in the World Cup. Katrina, you're my hero. Good luck! Good luck in the World Cup. You'll do great. Go Matildas. We love you. Good luck in the World Cup. Good luck in the World Cup, and I hope you have fun. Go Matildas. Go Matildas.
Hi.
Good luck.
Hi Mackenzie, David Brand here from Burley Head Soccer Club. Just a quick message to wish you all the best for the World Cup. The club is really proud of your achievements, as we are proud of all of our Gold Coast girls and all of the Matildas. So on behalf of Burley Head Soccer Club, all the best, and bring home the World Cup. Thank you very much.
Go Bulldogs! Go Mackenzie! Go
We are Matildas.
We are Matildas.
We are Matildas.
We are Matildas!
We are Matildas! We are Matildas!
We are Matildas!
My favourite part about playing football is that it's fun. Because it's fun and it improves your ability to do stuff. Because it's fun and you get to have fun and meet new people. It's just the game I play, and it's a lovely sport. And because it's fun, and I'm playing with my friends.
I like to play football because it's a great experience to make new friends.
I like to play football because it's fun, you don't have to use your hands, and it's really fun to play. Teamwork, passing, and to never give up. All that matters is just have fun and do your best.
Welcome back to Football Queensland's presentation of the FQPL. This is round 14. It's Ipswich Knights up against South United. It's currently 1-0 to the home team. An own goal by Russell Parker on the stroke of half-time. It always seems to happen when you're down the bottom of the ladder, doesn't it? Never seems to happen to the teams at the top. So it's the Ipswich Knights that... Actually, the first half was pretty even between both teams. Both had half chances. No one really dominated the game. Just a cross ball by Emmanuel Peter, not properly dealt with by the South defence. The ball snuck in past substitute goalkeeper Brandon Nagy, who replaced Xander Gwynn-Jones halfway through that first half. I just went over and had a chat to Xander to make sure he was okay. He thinks it might be a hamstring issue. So it wasn't necessarily the contact between him and Lachlan Munn. It was as he hit the ground that he thinks he caused the injury. Anyway, he'll get some scans on Monday and hopefully he's back on the pitch very soon. Just quickly want to mention that Ipswich Knights are, of course, an amalgamation of a couple of clubs, one of them being Coal Stars, who are, of course, one of the great names in Brisbane football, and Ipswich football for that matter. And so on the 14th of July, there'll be the Coal Stars reunion. Ipswich Knights will be playing in their former kit. They're hosting Wolves that night. In fact, Ipswich Knights have all their remaining games for this season will be at home. That shot just goes over the bar. Some great work again by Shunjiro Shibuya. So yes, Coal Stars have a reunion here at the Knights every year. And so they just welcome all former players and opposition players for that matter to come down and reminisce. Coal Stars, one of the great names in local football. I remember in the 80s watching Sports Scene on a Saturday morning, which was on Channel 7. They'd run through all the local sports. And Coal Stars was one of the names that always got mentioned. North Star, Grange Thistle, Lions and Brisbane City. Corner comes in. Just wide. Gee, that took a deflection off a couple of players. Goal kicks the decision. Being disputed by the players. I think even Ipswich thought that should have been another corner. So yes, 14th of July. So if you're an ex-player from Coal Stars or in any way interested in the history of this great club, come on down. In fact, the decision has been changed. Players are calling for VAR assistance. It is going to be a corner. Bit of discussion between Total Tools referee Joseph Lee and the assistants. I think they've come to the right decision in the end. So just mentioning that Knights will be playing in the old Coal Stars kit, and then the following week will be the Indigenous round. They'll be playing in their Indigenous kits. So 3 different kits over the next 3 weeks. This corner comes in. Out now for Oliver Bond. Bond still going. Cut out by Rule. Kabasi goes across the face of goal. It should work out pretty well here for Knights. They've got numbers forward. There's Peter. And for the return ball for Kazahara. South's doing enough. Russell Parker goes crossfield with a nameless ball. It just sets up things nicely for the Knights. Shibuya. Back for Joseph. Joseph goes down the line. Did the ball stay in play? No, it did not. Shinjiro Shibuya is from Ushiku, which is in the northern Kanto region of Japan. For those of you that aren't familiar with the geography of Japan, it's just north of Tokyo. Peter trying a few tricks. So yes, Ipswich Knights, the remaining 4 games will be played at home. Because at the beginning of the season, they asked Football Queensland and got permission from all the other clubs. Well done them to play their opening fixtures all away. The reason for that is the pitch. They were advised to try this new chemical product at the beginning of the season in about December, January, and it did not work. It did not work one bit. The pitch all got burnt up, and at great expense to the Knights. Things had to be resolved. As a result, the pitch wasn't all that playable at the beginning of the season. So, long range attempt from Bond. So the Knights played all their opening rounds away. Now they're in a position where their run home is all at Eric Evans. Talked to a lot of coaches about playing at Eric Evans on a Sunday afternoon, and it's the time slot more than anything that concerns them. There's a, how best to describe this? It's not a, you don't feel an intensity when you come here on a Sunday afternoon. There's that lazy, relaxed feel that you get with the sun going down. It works out well for the home team. I guess the one advantage of games on Sunday afternoon, it means that your players have to behave themselves over the weekend. The offside flag goes up against Peter. So yes, last 4 games at home, and they've got a pretty favourable draw now, the way the season's panned out. They've got Capalaba, Wolves, Holland Park and Southside Eagles. So 3 teams taking up the bottom positions on the ladder. And of course, you could throw South United into that mix as well. Good chance now for Lachlan Munn. His cross can't get past Bond. Apart from Capalaba, you have to say that Ipswich Knights have got all their tricky matches out of the way. They're currently in the top 6. So it's going to be all in their hands now. If they can just win these remaining matches, they'll be able to keep the teams below them at bay and secure their 6th place, and maybe even sneak 5th or 4th, depending on how things go. Big clearance there from the South defence. Goes all the way back to Parsons. Moses. Sorry, that's Chungu. Goes back for Jay Ju. Curved shot from Bond. Draws the frustration from his teammates. Tough old season for these South United players. The most normal of seasons. say, a team's true test, the true test of a player's character, it's not the ones that are at the top of the table, it's the ones down the bottom, the ones that stick at it, keep showing up week after week, keep working hard, trying to stay positive when everything around them isn't going to plan. Shibuya finds Mitchell. Cut out by Peter. Now Rule. Launched downfield by Kabasi. Parker. Jew. Jake Mitchell. Originally from Townsville. Bobbling cross from Jew. He goes as far as Ben Barrett. Ben Barrett came to the Knights from Pride. He's 19 years old. Wasn't getting the opportunities at Western Pride that he was hoping for. Should see plenty of first team action here for the remainder of the season. This is Waldo. And Waldo, former Force and Lions player. Incidentally, he's the only Knights player to get a red card this season. Lovely touch there from Peter. Opened up the space beautifully for Nick Edwards. Couldn't get a shot away. Shibuya goes long. Finds Mitchell. Mitchell's shown all his class in this game. Munn just can't quite get a handle on that ball. For a kick now to Souths. .56 minutes in, it's 1-0 to the home team. Jew puts another ball that just seems to dip. They're not floating at all. It's almost like they're being using top spin. That one's a bit better. Much better. Found Mitchell. Well, he could only get the slightest of touches. He just feathered the ball straight to Parsons. Joseph looking for options. Rule. Kashihara. Easy Peter. Peter tries a shot, deflected and in. Well, another casual goal. Easy Peter gets his 5th of the season. Just like that, Knights have their 2nd. All just too simple, wasn't it? Nice little bit of interplay. Ball gets to Peter. Has a chance to have a look. His shot was deflected, which took it well out of Nagy's path. It seemed to shock everyone. I mean, all the fans in the stands didn't get excited about it. They didn't get excited about the first one, to be honest. That's what I mentioned before about Eric Evans Oval. Just lacks that intensity that you get at other grounds, and I don't mean that to be disparaging in any way whatsoever. This is a wonderful place to watch football. Knights coming forward again. Souths are just hanging on here. Chungu. This is due. Mitchell. Clebo. Back for Mitchell. Mitchell can't get past this Knights defence. Looks a little bit cutting a frustrated figure at the moment. Clebo gets the ball back for Souths. I mentioned earlier, defence has been South's big issue this season. They have not kept a clean sheet. They've conceded 2 already. Chance now for Munn. Russell Parker gets over in time. Knights have a corner. So Utica Sahara seems to take all the set pieces here for Ipswich. Takes it short this time. Kept in by the Knights. Cleared by Shibuya. Miscued there by Taylor. And South, have they got the energy to come forward? Have they got the willingness, the enthusiasm? Lovely ball to find Mitchell. His first touch just let him down. Just opened the door for Parsons, who willingly And Forkpa Bala is the player coming on. I'll try not to say his name too quickly. Forkpa Bala makes yet another senior appearance for the Knights. Another miscued cross. A real feature of the game today. A lot of the delivery has been miscued by a lot of players. Sloppy play there from the Knights. Giving Lukonga the chance just to retain possession. Foster getting himself in the way. Gives South an opportunity now. Lukonga goes down. Klebo's captain's armband looks like it's about to come off, as he again tries to fix it. The Knights will take the opportunity just to settle things down. Well, obviously got that substitution wrong because Waldo's still on the field. And Parker calls for Nagy to come out to collect, which he duly does. And the crossfield ball. Shibuya tried something a little bit intricate, didn't quite come off. Peter Edwards down the line, looking for the substitute Bala. Nice little passage there from Souths. It's Lukonga giving plenty of energy to this South United team. Lukonga's delivery, can't find a white shirt. Souths with the throw. Chungu brings it back in for Jew. Klebo. Again, plenty of time to look up, assess his options. Goes back for Jay Jew. A little bit of push and shove. Corey Lucas is the winner of that contest. And now the Knights have a free kick. And that'll frustrate the South United players and fans. As a result, a yellow card has been presented. I would suspect it could be for Lachlan Bond, but possibly Klebo. Definitely Nicholas Edwards is the player that's coming off this time. It's Lucky Joe who's making an appearance. So 20 minutes to go in this game. Can Souths find a little bit of resolve, a little bit of spirit, get themselves back into this contest? At the moment, looks like the points are going with the home team. The Ipswich Knights have a 2-goal lead. That cross across the face of goal, set up so well for Bala. And he skied his shot over the bar. Well, that was a golden opportunity to put this game to bed. And where was the South's defence? South United making another substitution. This time it's Shinjiro Shibuya who's coming off. This looks like Jordan Marshall. He's coming on as a substitute. Jordan Marshall, of course, works for the Brisbane Roar. One of their outreach programs. So both coaches changing things up, getting some fresh legs on the field. Looking to just change the flow of the game. Marshall. He's crossfield to find Jew. Cross comes in. Found Lukonga. He just couldn't produce the quality with his head. Andrew Ogden's going to make his final substitution. Pass and delivers right down the middle of the field. And here come the Knights. Look just a little out of sorts in midfield. And that space created the chance. But Bala, unfortunately for the home team, straight offside. That was dangerous. South's midfield were completely all at sea there. So the Knights make their final substitution. Lincoln Rule is the player coming off. We'll just try and catch who the player is coming on. It's Flynn Park. So that's the Knights emptying their bench. And of course, South United used all theirs, with Brandon Nagy having to come on to replace Xander Gwyn-Drones in the first half. Here's a chance now. This is Joe. Lucky Joe. Across the face for Peter! And that should be the sealer for the Ipswich Knights. Emmanuel Peter scores. Well, again, just no energy in the midfield from South United. Lucky Joe on the right-hand side, taking advantage, taking the ball into the box. Found Peter with just a little bit of space. And with that goal, Emmanuel Peter goes to the top of the Ipswich Knights scoring charts. That's his 6th goal. He just sneaks ahead of Lachlan Munn, who remains stranded on 5 goals. So as we've mentioned earlier in the broadcast, for a third of their matches this season, South United have conceded 3 goals in a game. Obviously, they're at that again. And another third of the games this season, they've conceded 4 or more. And just like that, they've scored. Fiston Chungu matches onto a loose ball. Perhaps a lifeline there for South United. This game's coming to life now. It was a little bit dry in the first half. So in the 77th minute, it's now 3-1. A little bit of fight back there from Souths. Let's see what that can spark. 3 second half goals. So if you missed the first 40 minutes of the match, you won't have missed much. And ever since then, the goals have flowed. Jack Kabassi just questioning his teammates. Further down the field. The delivery's deep. Found Joe. And straight to Nagy. Looks to go quickly. Let's see if that goal fires up Souths. Let's see if they get excited. Foster earns the free kick. There's Eric Evans Oval. There's only about 10% sunlight on the field now. Ball does run out of play. So that intensity that this game's been lacking. The first hour of the game, it's there now. Noticeable that as soon as the sun goes down, the goals have flowed. And now we've got some real passion. So if you've only just tuned in, you've tuned in at the right time. We should get just over 10 minutes of some quality play. Free kick delivered. Soft free kick given away by Chungu. Now, if you needed evidence that the intensity in this game has picked up, about the reaction from both those teams to that decision. This is Joe. He's had his foot on the ball heaps of times since coming on. Made a real impact. Ju clears. As far as Chungu. Now Souths have a free kick. If Souths can manage the next goal. This is Bella. Lukonga. Elliott. Downfield looking for Marshall. Another free kick to Souths. This will be an important win for the Knights if they can hold on here. We'll get into 20 points. Make them very difficult to dislodge in the top 6 race. And that header just goes wide. Chris Parsons would have been a little bit nervous as he watched the ball just sneak past the left-hand post. South United have a corner. Piston Chungu goes over to take it. Chungu's delivery's right in the middle of the box. Parsons came out to clear. He wasn't first. And that block shot was enough for Parsons to get his mitts on the ball. What is interesting is that the increase in rating from South United has forced Knights to up their intensity, and they're looking to go quickly. Just notice that little bit of play there, a little bit of experience from Ben Taylor, just to slow things down. They're in the box seat at the moment. Waldo goes out wide for Peter. Manuel Peter can't find a teammate. Still there for the Knights. Kazahara across the face of goal. Knights looking to line up again. Joe. Joe goes down, looked a bit soft. Right in front of the home fans. To say, I think that was an excellent decision there from referee Joseph Lee. Lucky Joe looked to go down very easily. Kabasi goes down the line. Bond clears. Peter. Kabasi. Manuel Peter. Across the face of goal. Nuggy in the right position. Looks to go quickly. Looking for Russell Parker. Finds him. And again, that South midfield just a little slow in getting in position. When they review this match, I expect that will be where they've identified their issues are. Just haven't quite shown the same organisation that you'll see from, well, certainly from the Knights. It's just been a little bit disjointed, not quite enough work rate. Park. Joe. Touch from Bella, a little bit too cute. Free kick to South United. The home fans have well and truly come to life now. This is what we want. This is the stuff. This is exciting football. Just over 5 minutes to go plus injury time. Ipswich Knights have the 3-1 lead. This is Football Queensland's presentation of the FQPL. It's round 14. I'm Darren Lutton. Back after a few weeks off. Great to be here. Hope you're enjoying the presentation. Knights, can they get a fourth? And cross goes straight to Nuggy. Free kick to Ipswich Knights. And to answer your question, Radanak, the home team are wearing green and black. Jake Mitchell and Joey Lee having a bit of a chat. Total Tools referee Joey Lee asking Jake Mitchell why he's so aggressive. I expect the answer to be pretty obvious. Knights going backwards. And the clearance by Parsons runs out of play. So into the final 5 now. Will we see a late show here at Eric Evans Oval? As the lights come on. Knights clear. Emmanuel Peter looking for a free kick and getting one. Frustrations from Moses Joseph coming to the boil. Free kick's taken quickly. Jeju getting back in time. Win there by Lucky Joe. Joe looking for support. Put Barrett in a little bit of trouble. Here's Jake Mitchell. Mitchell again. Jake the Snake, can he produce some magic? Ball cut out by Foster. Comes out for Marshall. Marshall coming in field. Play again, cut out by Peter. It's 3-on-3. Ball in behind, looking for Joe, and he scored. There's the fourth. And that's the cherry on top. Ipswich Knights are going to come away with the 3 points and secure their place in the top 6. Well, Souths just got caught at the back. A 3-on-3 situation. Through ball from Peter. Didn't Lucky Joe show plenty of pace? So in the 88th minute, Ipswich Knights have their 4th goal. Looks like Souths aren't going to put their cue in the rack just yet. Looks like they're going to play this out. This is good to see. And this result now means that South United have conceded 4 goals or more in more matches than they have for any other type of result. That's Lukonga. Shot goes to Parsons. So we hit 90 minutes. Free kick to Souths. Lovely turn from Bala. Bala looking to get his name on the score sheet. South United of the throw. As Joseph goes down the line. Kabasi. Couldn't get past Lukonga. Lukonga comes away with possession. Marshall goes crossfield. Clever ball to find Chungu. Another free kick for Souths. The yellow card gets produced for Yuta Kasahara. So as we go into injury time now, we've already 1.5 minutes down. I expect there to be maybe 3 minutes of injury time. Free kick delivered in. Just goes wide. Russell Parker broke the line. Managed to stay onside. Just a reminder, I'll be interviewing both coaches after the match. You can see that via the usual channels. All in all, a professional effort here from the Ipswich Knights. Got the job done. Haven't quite been able to do that regularly this season against teams below them in the table. And this sets them up nicely for the run home. As I mentioned earlier, all their remaining matches are at home. And 3 of their 4 remaining matches are against teams in the bottom 3. They've got that tricky match. So the shot just goes over the bar from Foster. So yes, tricky match against Capalaba coming up. Clebo looking for runners. There's a few going forward. Bellum has timed his jump. Foster. Cleared by Taylor. And Joe. Across the field for Peter, who puts the ball wide. He just got his footwork wrong. But despite this, it's Ipswich Knights who cement their place in the top 6. Within the end, a convincing 4-1 victory over the hapless South United. An own goal in injury time by Russell Parker put the hosts in front at the break. And then in the second half, goals from Emmanuel Peter, Lucky Joe, and Lincoln Rule was enough for Ipswich Knights to leave Eric Evans Oval with another 3 points. They go to 20 points on the table, which should be enough for them to be in the top 6. Well, that's it this afternoon. We hope you've enjoyed Football Queensland's presentation of the FQPL. I'm Darren Lutton. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next weekend for some great local footballing action. Until then, enjoy your football.